Whether it's because of the consistently competitive matches or the ever-present trash talk, rivalries have been a mainstay in League of Legends since the very beginning. Although many have been around for what seems like forever, several of these heated feuds are still going strong today. Here are the top 5 rivalries in League of Legends history. Number 5. One of League of Legends' oldest rivalries goes all the way back to Season 1. Every time SK Gaming and Fnatic faced off, it was referred to as El Classico, as the matchup featured two legendary Spanish mid laners, xPeke and Ocelote, mimicking the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona. The only thing tempering this rivalry was its lopsidedness. Their first official matchup was the Season 1 qualifier in 2011. Edge, Fnatic. But fast forward to 2013. SK appeared to close the gap on Fnatic and ran into them at IEM Katowice. SK held a lead, but then xPeke changed everything.
Okay, he's definitely on towards the Nexus. Kevin is going to be able to go towards him. He's trying to do it, but meanwhile they're in the base. Yellow Star's trying to defend them in the base. Peke is trying to take the Nexus down. Is anyone going to be able to deal with this one? Catches him with another axe. He's very low. They're pushing on the Nexus to his fingers. Peke's going to get it. I do not believe it.
Since then, the two teams had close, back-and-forth matches, but they generally went in Fnatic's favor. The rivalry has since died off as SK found themselves relegated out of the LCS. Number 4. For Moscow 5 to gain recognition as one of Europe's best teams of all time, they first had to overcome CLG EU. Early in 2012, they met CLG EU at the Kings of Europe tournament. M5 dominated the group stage, but lost to CLG in the finals. In their first few meetings, CLG dominated M5 with a 6-1 record, highlighted by a huge CLG comeback at DreamHack 2012, in which they at one point trailed by 27,000 gold. Finally, at ECC Poland, M5 took down CLG 2-0 to win the tournament. The rivalry wasn't the longest lasting, but had several classic matchups between two of the world's best at the time. Number 3. For a long time, it was CLG and TSM battling it out in North America. That is, until Cloud9 made their splash onto the scene. After TSM won the 2013 Spring Split, C9 joined the LCS in the summer. They went 25-3 in their first ever split, and brushed aside TSM to finish first. 2014 was much of the same. Cloud9 went 24-4, and once again, they 3-0'd TSM in the finals. Finally, in the summer split, Team Solo Mid got their revenge. For a third straight season, the two teams met in the finals. Going all the way to Game 5, TSM eventually shook off their rivals to grab back the NA crown. There have been 8 full splits in NA LCS history. TSM and Cloud9 have met in the finals in 5 of them. Number 2. TSM and CLG have been going at it since the very beginning. Originally on the same team, Hotshot GG and Reginald went their separate ways and founded two of the oldest teams in League history. At the start, CLG was the more dominant team. Over time, NA became TSM's stomping ground, as CLG and TSM constantly battled for top spot along with Cloud9, with no shortage of trash talk.
As far as I know, the only NA team that I'm worried about is Cloud9. The rest are non-existent, especially CLG.
What makes them so easy for you guys?
Well, they're just free SM, you know?
It wasn't until the 2015 summer split when CLG finally got the best of TSM, sweeping them 3-0 in the finals. And just when you thought the rivalry was slowing down, Doublelift made the move to TSM, ditching his former team. Regardless, CLG went back-to-back, winning the 2016 Spring Split. Number 1. The number 1 league rivalry originates in the early days of StarCraft, but it's never been more intense than it is right now. After SK Telecom won their 3rd World Championship, KT Rolster decided to load up with top talent. Although SKT won their first 2 matchups this season, these teams are the top 2 in Korea and likely the world. But the two telecom companies have been duking it out on the Rift since 2012. In the Champions 2013 Summer Finals, it was SKT who took down KT 3-2. 1 year later, KT Arrows took down SKTS on their way to the finals victory. The two teams have been battling for League of Legends supremacy for what seems like forever, and it's doubtful that's going to end anytime soon.